Hello Internet, I'm TychoCelchuuu and this is a Men of War video. I can't even remember who's playing. I think it's Lollipop. I just heard a vent sound, so that means when I was recording I was on vent with Lollipop, but we'll see the player.
Man, this game needs auto match.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
But I think I was saying it did have it, but I think maybe it doesn't have it, and maybe Men of War. Oh look, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3v3.
Wait, why don't we play auto match?
Yeah, we can just ignore Lollipop. Hitler loves juice. Certainly more than the Jews. I think that guy made a funny joke when we were talking in the lobby beforehand. He said he likes his favorite kind of
auto
juice.
match. I thought that was one of the big features.
His favorite juice is from concentrate. Or concentration camp, something like that. This is a nice little map. I've enjoyed it quite a bit in the few times I've played it. It's sort of spread out in the middle.
Did they make the graphics better? Because the graphics look better.
They did. Lollipop, I guess, does not really.
The trees and everything look nicer.
That's fantastic. So you notice how the map is spread out in the middle, sort of 2 points fairly close to your team, but still kind of far away.
Wouldn't they make it harder to run on legacy computers?
No. 2 of the points are fairly close to your spawn, but still kind of far away. Like, you spawn sort of in the corner, which I like. It's nice to spawn sort of away from the fight. 2 of the points sort of on the edges of the map, and then the one in the middle. This is mostly going to be on the left-hand side of the map for us, because this is where I am fighting, and we see right off the bat I buy the sort of better at long-range squad, the rifle squad, and I get into an engagement. Not going so well. He got a grenade off, and half my units are back here sort of setting up sandbags and capping my point, so hopefully this will pay off. I'm losing this engagement on the left, but I will have the point closest to me, and sort of help us start ticking up our points. And I might be the first person to capture a location, we'll see, while we watch my men fight. Yes, indeed, I'm the first to capture, and very nice job by our ally on the right, who I don't believe was Lollipop. It's Lunatic Deathstalker. You see on the minimap, look, he's pushed forward to the opponent's thing, and he's trying to capture that, so very nice job from him. And I think Lollipop is in the middle, also nice job, having tried to capture the middle, because, of course, the middle is just as open.
Oh man, I have to fight against that POS.
Just as open as it is to us as it is to them. So seizing the middle is also difficult, but not quite as difficult as seizing the far point, which our ally is doing. Maybe that's Lollipop doing that, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. But unfortunately the enemies take the far right point, so now they're starting to creep up on us, and the far left point, so that's not good. Those are 2 points that should be in contention for both teams also, so not good that we don't have that. And looks like we've been pushed off there, sort of right up, whatever, upper right point. But they have not dedicated the infantry to capturing their back points yet, so we do have a lead by 3 points. And there hasn't been much gameplay to speak of, just a little infantry skirmishing over in this very built-up part of the map. The right-hand side is comparatively open, if we ever see that, maybe near the end of the video or near the middle. It's sort of an airfield sort of thing. Not a lot of cover, but you see over here we have quite a bit of cover, and I'm sprinting over to this wall, which I'm going to use to mount an assault. And that's a machine gun right there. So I'm going to have to do something about that, but ooh, look at that, kaboom. I guess it only killed 1 person. My submachine gun.
Yeah, rifle grenades are so OP.
But yeah, I was about to say rifle grenades are really fantastic. The
Wait,
British,
only the squad leader, right? Not everybody.
I was about to say that too. Only the squad leader gets them, but he uses them to good effect because it's basically just a way to get grenades to go really, really far, and nothing to argue about with that. But of course, you gotta be careful. You don't want to get your rifle grenadier guy killed, and I think that's his only weapon too. I'm not sure he has an actual rifle, although in real life I believe you could just remove the rifle grenade attachment from your rifle, because obviously if you couldn't do that, no one would have ever bothered making a rifle grenade attachment. They would have just made a dedicated grenade launcher like the M79 that we started using in the Korean War, I think, or maybe Vietnam. I don't know. I don't know anything. Sometimes I forget my name. So, sort of trying to encircle these people. I guess I threw that smoke grenade. Oh, my main idea is to try and get rid of this machine gunner right now. That's the big issue. And alright, melee combat. Foop. Kung Fu. He knows Kung Fu, but not well enough.
Well, CQC.
Yeah, he is solid snake. Oh yeah, but I do not manage to get them.
This is hardcore trench warfare. I'm like chucking grenades down their trenches and stuff.
That's great. I do not manage to get the machine gunner because he's farther back than I thought when I threw that grenade. So now my guy's glitching out when I tell him to throw a grenade, but he finally figures it out. But that one's going to fall too short too because that guy's in a corner behind two walls, and somehow my grenade fell super short. I don't know what caused that. Maybe it sort of bounced, and ouch. Nice use of grenades by my opponent. Oh, by the way, they're Japanese. We are British versus Japanese in a rather anachronistic battleground for this sort of fight, because I don't think the Germans or the British and the Japanese ever fought over this sort of thing. A good job to me taking out that machine gunner. He was doing that weird little motion where he looks like he's sort of grinding coffee or something, but no, he was setting up sandbags in the middle of the road, and that would have really sucked for me, because then he would have been able to lock down this road.
A well-placed heavy machine gun works wonders.
Would have been able to lock down this road with a machine gun, which instead he's doing with a tank. So really,
he has a mortar.
I only bought myself like 2 seconds worth of time, but still, of course, I did manage to kill his machine gunner and.
I'll try to shoot it with my. Oh, F me! You gotta be shitting me.
So anyways, since they have a tank,
yeah,
I figure.
because the mortar hit my AT rifle dude.
I figure
and he hit it again. The guy who picked it up. Jeez.
Huge explosions happening sort of on the right. Our allies doing all sorts of things, but I guess he either spotted my tank with his infantry or he saw me driving through buildings, which of course you can see in the fog of war, the buildings collapsing, and so he wisely sort of backed up his tank, not because he's instantly gonna get killed by me. My Crusader is not exactly the unstoppable dealer of death. Did I just lose like 8 people? Or I don't know, someone was losing a lot of people. Not because my Crusader is the unstoppable dealer of death, but just because he doesn't want to get into a situation that develops too fast for him to control it. Like, you know, when a tank starts driving up, you can sort of stand your ground and be like, alright, dude, let's do this, let's fight. But he's being much more cautious, and he's saying, look, I'm going to back up behind some buildings, and if I get a chance to shoot your tank, I'll shoot your tank. If I don't, I won't. And we'll see how this works out. And I'm sort of playing the same sort of cat and mouse game, but I'm being very aggressive, and it gets me shot by the Hago. So, good defensive play by him there, and bad offensive play by me there. Maybe in retrospect I should have waited till his tank showed its face, and then I could try and take it out with the same sort of shot he took me out with, but I was trying to make headway no matter what, and you know, you can't make an omelet without destroying a few tanks, and I sort of took the gamble that if he started firing at me, I'd be able to start firing back, and it didn't work out like that. And so now he's using his tank like I was using my tank, but of course it's much safer for him because my tank is destroyed. Still trying to get some infantry into position to nail him with an AT grenade, but this door appears to be closed, and I don't think I can go through it. So now he's trying to shoot through the wall. I guess one of his infantry can see me, and he's able to make that work. All sorts of things dying. Very fierce combat going on all places. We have 12 points and they have 0 because for a while we had the majority of points. Now it's even. And why do I keep losing all these riflemen? Where are they all dying?
Valentine's the one with hella armor, right?
Valentine. A lot of the British tanks have hella armor, as Lalibo put it. They're fairly well armored, all things considered, especially compared to the Japanese tanks, which are not really armored. Japan spent all their armor money on awesome flag designs. Just one awesome flag design, I guess. I think the Japanese have a couple sort of different Rising Sun flag designs.
Oh, help
Anyways,
you with that machine gun.
They spent all their money on it. My rifle grenade just killed somebody. That's nice. Did I see somebody? Oh, there's the tank. Ha, that thing's camouflaged really well. I didn't even notice it. But here's my opponent sort of driving. Once I fire, he drives up and shoots around the house. I, of course, do not have the patience for this sort of thing, and I'm just trying to shoot through the house, and I am paying dearly for it. He has killed 2 of my tank crewmen, and each time he kills someone, it injures the crew and stuns my tank for a while, so finally collapsed the corner of this building, making it slightly easier for me to hit him.
How come I can't move? Is my tread damaged?
I don't know, Lalibo. But yeah, once again, I was too aggressive with that tank. I should have done the peekaboo sort of thing like he did, but instead I was just like, let's do this, and I got myself killed. So for those keeping score at home, those are 2 dead Crusaders, 1 live Hago. Oh well, you know, we can't always do that. And appears that Lollybo has sent up an AT rifle or something like that. I don't know, but it manages to stun the people in that tank. Oh no, I sent up an Lunatic Deathstalker. Alright, awesome. Third guy on our team manages to kill that Hoggo, although I killed the Hoggo, right, with my anti-tank grenade, but it was stunned because the AT rifles took some shots at it. So very nice, and once again one of the downsides to the Japanese not having much armor on their tank. Another option for him would have been to take out the tread. The AT rifle against bona fide tanks is really only useful for taking out the tread. If the tank is light enough, sometimes you can stun the crew like it did there, but really what you want to do is aim the tread and immobilize it, and once it's that close
infantry support on the center.
Great. Once it's that close to enemy lines and immobilized, it's just a matter of time until someone like my submachine gunner is able to creep forward and throw a grenade and destroy it. Which again, Japanese tanks are very vulnerable to because they don't have a lot of armor. Suckers. What time is it? It is almost 3 o'clock. I put some beans on the stove at like 2:10, but they have to cook for like a couple hours. Beans take a long time to cook. You ever cook beans? It's good cheap food. Rice and beans. Save a lot of money eating that instead of anything. But it does appear to be machine gun central over here. That guy's still crouched behind that place, and it just shows you how amazing a good machine gun placement can be, because that one person basically alone has pretty much held this point the entire match for them, and as a result they've crept up to 14 points versus our 13. And so I think this time I'm buying a Valentine or whatever it is I just bought, and I'm going to use that to take on the machine gunner, because obviously I'm not having a lot of luck at all with these tanks, or the Hoggo, but the Hoggo's dead, isn't it? Yes. Ah, so that's how I know my Valentine will be safe. Ooh, Valentine. It's not Valentine's Day till February. When is February? It is July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's 8 months. Almost 7 months, because we're at the end of July. My birthday's at the end of July. Birthday was yesterday, when I'm recording this. When I upload it, my birthday will probably be like 6 years ago or something. I guess if it was 6 years ago, then it would also be today, because you have one every year.
This matchup feels annoying.
This is probably the last match where Lollybo and I were super duper rusty, and it highlights fairly well, like the other matches have, how Lollybo is very good at complaining. When he's rusty, when he's not doing very well, he finds things to complain about. But he's also having some issues because over on the right hand side of the map it's a fairly difficult place to fight, but we'll see that later. But yeah, so here's my Valentine moving up. The opponent sort of had his mortar truck out in the open, but he got lucky. It got away. You really should not leave your mortar truck in a place where it's got a direct sight line to this field where your opponent can show up. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, ideally I would have killed the mortar truck, but making it run away is good enough for me, because the Valentine's main goal is to let me take this point, and once I've taken the point I can worry about holding it, which will entail destroying the mortar truck. And there's a tank, so all of a sudden I'm not safe anymore from the tanks. There's another tank. But still I want the point. And my Valentine sort of incidentally killing a few people with a whole mounted machine gun. Always wonderful to use these tanks as little machine gun platforms, if nothing else. And finally takes out the machine gunner, I think. 99% sure. And while I'm here, let's take out the tank. Oh wait, it's got hella armor, and my track is damaged from God knows what, and I'm in trouble. So that's not good. And that's also bad. So that's a Cheeto. Some of you may have eaten Cheetos before, but these are tanks, not the food. I've already made that joke multiple times. Not in this video, but in many other videos. Cheeto. I actually don't like Cheetos. Not a big snack foods guy. I guess I like potato chips.
Yeah, my guy doesn't seem to be bad either.
I think I probably praised the opponent I'm fighting over voice chat, but I am managing to crawl in and hide behind this fence. What I don't like about taking this point is this stupid fence.
On the bright side, these people have the sense to set the points to something that's not ridiculous.
Pretty much blocks me
and
off.
The score to something that's not ridiculous.
Pretty much blocks me off from entering any area except from over to the right, or in this little sliver of an area that I'm crouched in right now. And in fact, the little sliver is all you need, right? And I guess somehow I've crawled through.
I think the Churchill should be good, because high armor, and its gun's probably powerful enough to penetrate most of what Japan has.
Did I hop the fence, or did I crawl around? In any case, all you need is a little sliver. If you're anywhere within the capture zone, it captures just as well. And I'm just losing all sorts of people. Mortars, mortars everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Gotta pick up the rifle grenade. I looted this guy. I realized he's the squad leader with the rifle grenade thing, so I pick it up, but unfortunately his gun got blown to the other side of the wall, so I have to run all the way there and all the way back, and by that time I'm dead. But that's okay, because I'm still capturing this point. But they're at 35 and we're at 13, so we're losing. What are we going to do? BESA are the machine guns mounted on a lot of these British tanks. What does that mean?
Good enough for Japan.
BESA. I don't know. Maybe someone in the YouTube comments will figure it out. We got all sorts of crazy people in the comments. World War II historians. So there's the middle you got a little peek of. It's pretty wide open, and that was a Japanese AT gun shooting straight down the center. And of course I have to refocus a bit to the right because our opponent has mounted an attack there.
And it misses like crazy.
Yeah, so great job, opponent, managing to take my point. Or at least take my point away from me. Has not taken it yet, and now I'm taking it. But this mortar truck is going to rain death and destruction down upon my little men. So I'm trying to move out, and mostly getting shot. And a Honey 1 just killed Lollipo. Again, he's letting his mortar trucks sort of get in sight of this open area, but I have bigger fish to fry because the Cheeto is shooting at people. And I want to kill the Cheeto, but there's a building in the way. And now there's not a building in the way. Not so much. Still one wall, but now there's not even that. Man, just sucks to be that building today. Unfortunately, much better armor on the Cheeto than I was expecting. My Cromwell 75mm, not really managing to do much. Main gun damaged and turret damaged. There's definitely a bug in Metaphor. When,
yeah, this could be... yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I was saying.
It's a hard faction to play anyway, or they're just picky.
Stop making excuses. There's definitely a bug in Men of War, at least my Men of War, where the left tread shows up as damaged on the schematic when actually the main gun is damaged. But whatever, I don't need to worry about that because when you see the little damage icon that floats over, damage text that floats over, it'll tell you. Ouch,
yeah, that too.
Ouch, that hurt. Like I said, this is probably the last bona fide we're super duper rusty match that I'll be uploading for a while because I don't think we're quite as rusty anymore, but oof, that's painful, right? What do I have left? 2 tank crewmen. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. We're getting destroyed with the
I have a plan. I don't know how well it works though. What kind of opposition are you facing on the left?
Probably not very well. What kind of opposition am I facing on the left? Well, infantry and tanks and a mortar is pretty much summing it up, and not just a mortar, but a mortar truck.
Alright, I'll just defend, half-assedly defend right, and just focus on getting left with you, because right, I'd say, it's a clusterfuck.
It is. But, so, ever cognizant of the fact that I don't spend enough money, I've just purchased 2 tanks and 2 squads, and if that's not spending, goddammit. If that's not spending money, then I don't know what is, but now I'm down to 1 tank and 2 squads. Oh, Cheeto, is there anything you can't destroy? I hope this Churchill can't destroy this Churchill. That would be good. Don't shoot it. Oh, it's a Cromwell. Sorry. Have I been calling these Churchills all match? These are Cromwells, named after Lord Oliver Cromwell. That's all I know. I might not even be wrong about that. And meanwhile, I've lost about a squad's worth of people on the left to a machine gun, a mortar, and stuff. Cheeto takes out my tank. Yep, that squad's dead. And most of my other squad is dead. Stuff's blown up. And yeah, I'm down to 3 people. 4 people, actually. Now I'm down to 3 people. From the original, I don't know, 20 plus 2 tanks. Something like that. So, really, that was a big... bad, everything sucks. Oh boy. Yeah, rusty. That's my excuse. That's my
Holy
excuse.
inaccuracy, Batman.
Inaccuracy Batman is one of the least popular Batmans, but, you know, he still sells comic books because he's Batman. And everybody loves Batman. Well, maybe not the Joker. Doesn't love Batman. Two-Face does not love the Batman.
I can't hit anything.
Penguin doesn't love the Batman.
Oh, so frustrating.
So now we're down to 1 point.
Well, my gun's broken, so...
That's wonderful. They have 71 points. Oh, look, here's the right.
As is my tread.
I told you it's an airfield. These are interesting airplanes, and now we're back over to the left. I hope you got your
Yeah, these
fill.
guys seem pretty good. They shoot out treads and everything.
That's great, but you hardly have to be Batman to shoot out a tank tread. You just have to click on it, or even not click on it and just get lucky. So I guess I bought artillery because obviously anytime I try to move into this, what's it called? It's a town, isn't it? Every time I try and move into this town, people just start dying left and right from all sorts of things. So I figure, you know what? How about I just make everything explode? There's no risk there, right? I can just sit back and watch as things explode. Maybe take out this mortar, who knows. I also buy a 17-pounder because that's a heck of an AT gun, and I believe it's managed to damage the Cheeto, although the Cheeto's still killing things, and now it's starting to punch through the Cheeto and kill some tank crewmen on the inside, and now the Cheeto's dead. But God knows what's bombarding my... I think they have some artillery somewhere. Maybe if you've had sharper eyes than me, you might have noticed it.
I think I figured it out.
Already?
So Japan, their tanks aren't very good, but they have very good small people fighting. Like good infantry, good artillery shit. Brits are amazing against tanks because their stuff has super powerful guns, like 17-pounders. But they kind of suck against infantry. So we're basically fighting an infantry faction.
And to some extent that's quite right. British do
have...
have...
but like, I prefer like Germany or whatever.
British do have plenty of stuff that can take on infantry, rifle grenades, and stun guns aren't awful. And Brens
they have the new updated graphics. It looks better, more realistic, but it's harder to see people. Like they're actually like camouflage and stuff now. So.
And now my artillery's firing, but all my people are dying too. So this is unfortunate. I hope I hit that mortar truck.
How do I do that?
Let's see. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, I was telling him turn on silhouettes. You see in the bottom left corner. Look, this guy's name is Humphrey Carter. Okay, now we're not looking at him anymore. You see in the bottom left corner the little thing that's the blue man next to the red man? It's a red button because I clicked on it. That's what's showing me all these silhouettes, if you see these little red people behind the building. Really no reason not to leave that on 24/7.
Piats. Funniest gun ever.
This is painful. I don't know what happened to that guy who went flying, but I'm telling all my commandos to get out of the half-track because it's not looking good. I figured maybe my half-track can be sort of an armored assault vehicle, but no. No, it can't. And pretty much everybody's dead, so that's bad, and I can't get these people to get out of the thing or to man the machine gun. They're very incalcitrant. I think I just lost a 25-pounder too, or two 25-pounders I might have lost. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. What was I talking about? Why the British have anti-infantry. Commandos, they have anti... God, that must have killed my 25-pounders. Piece of crap tank destroyer Honey driving around behind the lines. Shoot it, shoot it! No, through the building, through the building! Go 17-pounder. It's a good thing he didn't kill my 17-pounder.